Kristen, on behalf of DS Action, I just want to sincerely thank you for making DS Action a reality and making this Down Syndrome Center a reality. We could not have done it without you, and we're helping so many kids all throughout Southern California. It's a really great thing.
Well, you know, Lisa, I wouldn't have done it without you. Because as I said, when you and Charla first came to meet with me, I had no time, no resources, and no space. And we had a lot of work to do together. You wrote the proposal yourself. I had some advocacy to do at Rady Children's. And when I presented this idea to the Clinical Leadership Council, which includes a lot of our pediatricians, they said, we need something like this. We don't see enough children with Down syndrome to be experts, and we could use an expert. And I think I told you then, if we could have Dr. Lynn Bird as our medical director of a clinic like this, we would be great. And fortunately, that's just what happened. Well, there had been conversations about you before you even knew that you would have been an awesome medical director for the Down Syndrome Center. And I know you sort of said the same thing I said. I'd love to do it. This is an important thing to do. This is right where my heart is, and I have no time, no space, and no resources. And somehow together we figured it out. What was that part from your side?
Well, it was mostly you. What I figured out is that to make this a reality for me, I was going to need to have people that I could really trust in the positions of being coordinators for the clinic, because a lot of the legwork has to happen before the patients ever hit the door, and after they leave, making sure there are no loose ends. And so getting the genetic counselors involved as coordinators for the clinic were really the part for me that gave me my comfort level and told me that, yeah, I think we can make this happen.
You know, I heard that from the beginning. I had imagined a nurse coordinator, and you said, I really feel like I could make this work well if I had my genetics counselors surrounding me and supporting the families to do the case management, to make sure that what you wanted really was taken all the way to fruition. The interventions happened, the wraparound services occurred, and that wasn't that hard to advocate for, actually.
Well, I have obviously a lot of experience with the genetic counselors, and there's nobody like them in terms of following through on an issue and making sure everything gets tidied up. And not that a nurse couldn't have done that, but my own personal experience was with that group of people. So I was happy to be able to bring them into the team.
I think we're lucky to have the right team all the way around.
This is Gage, and just a few hours after he was born, 6 hours actually, we were told that he had Down syndrome, and that they thought he might have a mild heart defect, but it wasn't going to be a big deal. So they did an echocardiogram, and when they brought him back from the nursery, they told us that he had a very severe heart defect, and that he was going to require some open heart surgery, but that it probably would be months and months and months down the road, and he would be fine, and you know, it wasn't going to be a real big deal, but it turned out to be a much bigger deal than we had anticipated. He had a complete AV canal defect. They fixed that defect, and about 4 days later, he was just not recovering. He wasn't able to basically sustain his life on his own. He was on complete life support. So they went back in and ended up having to replace his mitral valve completely and give him a mechanical mitral valve. So after that, he spent about a month in the hospital. Now he's great. He's happy, he's healthy. We just had a follow-up with the cardiologist, and they've said that he's completely healthy. You can barely even hear him murmur. So he's set to start swimming classes and and having fun, and he's catching up with the other kids very, very quickly. It's such a great clinic, and it's a wonderful opportunity for new families who have children, you know, with Down syndrome, who don't necessarily know, you know, the resources that are out there and the importance of seeing a cardiologist and seeing ear, nose, and throat, you know, having their eyes checked and their hearing checked. So it's a really great opportunity.
The center is more of a support group also.
It is, and a support group is amazing, and you need that. You need it to help you through the everyday and to celebrate the little milestones that we have. It's not just the big ones that we celebrate. We we celebrate everything, all the small milestones. It's been very difficult. I think Gage wasn't even holding his head up on his own until he was probably 6 months old. So, just getting to that point was a huge deal for us. And now, 11 months old, he's sitting up and he's getting up on all fours, and yeah, he's doing all the things that he's supposed to be doing.